want to get to Kamala Harris's pick before we end, but just to close out the shout out to our routine supporters.
Yes, I
Come on,
dedicated
JJ.
Richard. Thank you. Ken Richardson, and then a new one. What's a Valley?
What do that mean? Everybody, look, they're a fan of you
No.
and DC. That's where the money comes in.
Thank you for your support. Shout out to DC. They like to hear you say that name.
Yeah.
Ken.
Big Ken, appreciate you, man.
And what is it? How you say that name? Valley?
What's the last name?
Just said the Valley.
In the Valley.
Machiavelli.
Right on. Appreciate you, man. When they came to us about subscriptions and so forth, I said, man, let the people hear it. If they want to give something, fine. If they don't, fine. We recently tabled a deal with Culture Podcast Radio Broadcast. We'll see what happens. But at any rate, God bless you, and we appreciate the love. We ain't come to no conclusion if you're in the middle of an abortion. God bless you.
But you said you're in the middle of
In the middle of abortion. Hey, you're right. God bless me. We can't. Had no
What that mean? You pull it out, but not all the way?
Hey, DC.
in the middle of it.
Yeah.
Hey, I'd like to give a shout out to all the men who the mother passed away during giving birth.
Yeah.
And they take care of their children. I know 5 guys.
Salute.
You know, 5.
5 men
Salute.
who lost their wife or girlfriend
What?
during
I know a
childbirth.
guy too.
I
And they
know
raised their
one.
child.
5.
I know
Well,
one guy.
I was in the Navy, so it was a bunch of more guys. You know,
They lost.
Yeah.
they lost the mother. She died, but the child survived.
You know, incidentally, something I've never said. My father had 8 brothers and sisters, and I was just reading in my grandfather's Bible. He had some notes in there, and my father's mother passed away when he was 4. And I read in the Bible, he had some notes in there. She passed away giving birth to another child. My daddy didn't know. And he was 50-some years old at the time.
That's the closest that a woman comes to death.
Yeah, it is. Every single
Yeah,
time.
and the closest,
Five guys is a lot.
closest a man comes to death is getting. You ever got your dang-a-lang stuck in your zipper?
No, but for some reason,
Yeah,
after
man,
talking about
that
5 guys, I want some of them French fries.
I hope
That's
that
all.
I can't
Pass
stop
out.
thinking.
Oh, you
I had
pass
a
out.
nutsack caught
You laughing
caught
about
on
it
the zipper.
I mean,
Let
you'll
me tell you.
you'll pass out.
Nutsack.
It must be rough having a baby, but if you ever got your little thing stuck in the zipper of your pants, it's got to be worse than having a baby.
No, I don't think it's worse than having a baby.
And you got to get it out, just like the baby. You got to get it out.
You got to pull it back.
Well,
Gotta
you
pull
know
that
what?
zipper back.
Golly,
Hey,
man.
but,
Y'all, hey, look, what's
but
the
when
other
it
subject
comes
we
to
got?
abortion-
What's the other subject we
now,
got?
there's another situation a lot of people don't talk about, and like Muslims are pro-life, but we're
Yeah.
also pro-life for the mother before the baby.
Oh, I'm with that.
So
I'm with that.
I
I
used to-
agree
I
with
used to-
that. I
right
never
now-
heard it put
Hold on,
like
hold on.
that, but
Explain that to me. How you pro-life
I'm with
before the
that.
baby? How you
Because
explain
if
that?
the mother's
Because
life is in danger,
you
versus
save the
having
mother,
the
right.
baby, save the mother.
correct.
Okay, I had a cousin had that situation.
Yeah.
So they told her we could either save the baby or save you.
Save you.
And she decided for him to save the baby. She passed away, and
And you know,
what I'm talking about
but
is
here's
early-
to your
No,
point.
no, no, no,
To your
no.
point, hold on.
You don't know the baby.
To your point.
And like the man said, we can make another baby.
To
Go
your
ahead.
point. To your
Can't
point,
make another
Bo,
you.
You'll find more women that will say, save my child, and you'll find more men that will say,
Save the mother.
Save the mother.
that is true.
Yeah.
That is true.
Yeah.
So that's what her husband said. I'd rather
I
for you.
don't know if
I don't know. Women
I
be
don't
pretty
know if most.
selfish. I don't know
I don't
if
know
you
if
I
most
said
I
women
had to
would
see
say.
the stats for real.
I don't
on
know
that.
if
I don't know.
most women would
Yeah,
say.
well, DC. Yes.
Save my child. I
Yes.
know some would. After the child is born and the child and the mother have bonded and so forth, but you cannot. I have trouble believing that a mother who has never seen the baby would say, "Save the baby and let me die." I don't.
It happens.
If the shoe on his other foot, you think women would let men
It happens. It's
Like-
a possibility,
Well,
but not a,
in
like I
my
tell
cousin's
Mook Man,
case,
it's
she
not a
had terminal
probability.
cancer.
Huh?
She had terminal cancer. So
Yeah.
she like, she had terminal cancer in her case. Yeah.
So here it is. It says 80% of the women will say save their child.
I know.
Sister JJ,
when she did it, I
Sister
read it.
JJ said that the white people said what?
86% of women will say save their child.
They
It
may
depend
say
on which
that.
women they pose.
If it comes,
No.
no, when you're having
You had a
birth,
baby,
So-
you could die.
If you-
Or you can go on and die and the baby live. Or the baby die and you live. Now which one would
then
you?
another one says 73.
Come on, B, keep it real.
Then another one
I
says
know that's
another one
right.
says
I know that's
73%.
right.
Now I'm gonna be honest.
Be
I'm
honest.
gonna be very honest.
Be honest. When people say that,
Be that.
I'm gonna be
I
honest.
feel-
I don't know what you be being most of the time, but go ahead, be
Yeah, be
honest.
that.
I'm gonna be honest this time.
You gonna be honest this time?
This time, because
Yeah.
I usually dodge y'all questions.
Yeah, and drink that sip of ginger ale.
I think all babies go to heaven.
You think all babies go to heaven?
They're innocent.
So
They
they're
do.
innocent.
All-
so
all
I know that
sinless.
All
child.
white babies and black
They
babies?
Well, I'm just gonna say that all babies go to heaven.
There ain't no,
Right.
So
there
if
ain't
it
no
come down
different
to
type
me
of
or the
heaven for one.
baby,
Yeah.
I'm
Let the
quite.
baby go on to heaven.
I'm kind of confident you gonna make it to heaven. Say
But
my-
you done some shit and you may not
I
make it.
still need to, you know. You know what I mean?
My thing is, you can't trust them polls. That's just like if you look at Family Feud and they ask 100 Americans, they be asking white Americans.
Yeah.
Well,
They
you
ain't
know.
ask no black women with weave and fingernails.
Why
and
they gotta have
veils.
weave?
Cause they
Like
got
black
different
women, they got
priorities.
hair.
I'm just saying they got different priorities. They got different priorities than the average
That's
white
why I don't
lady
trust polls,
that's
period.
walking around with a ponytail. Black women with weave and ponytails and Lexuses, they got a little more bills and different priorities than them regular ponytail white girls out there in the
told you
world.
I'm a black woman and I
But
wear
but the
my
black woman has the
I'm
Eve
just
gene.
saying.
The black woman is the mother of
So
all
we gonna,
humanity.
you know,
So
I'm
why
gonna
would they
put- I can
be
do
any
this thing
less
again.
When you
concerned
say
about that
Eve,
shit?
Eve is the start of the word evil. Like
You thinking Eve was black?
Eve and evil are the
Yeah, she
same
was
word.
black.
If you just put a little
Was
L
Adam
in it.
black?
DC.
Yeah, he was
DC.
black.
One of the people commented and say, "How can you compare a zipper mishap to a childbirth? You've never had a
Exactly.
childbirth." They say.
I ain't
They
never
never
had
had a
that,
zipper.
but
They
if it's worse than getting my thing caught in my zipper, I'm glad I ain't no woman.
Yeah.
See, God blessed me with thick thighs, so they was always protective.
He ain't gonna blame
They
you.
was always protective.
You're not
I
gonna
ain't
blame.
never-
You're
my
not
thighs
gonna.
was always protective. We were like, no,
You're not gonna blame. You're not
So
gonna. I'm
he
not
just
gonna
pee
sit
in
here
your
and
lap.
let you.
So you
I'm
just-
not gonna sit here and let you
Hey,
blame.
DC, so he just pee
I'm
in his
not
lap.
gonna sit here and let you blame your stature on God.
Right.
I'm just saying. You over here whining about getting your thing caught in the zipper.
God didn't
And I
make
ain't
your
never
ass
had that
like that.
problem. I'm just saying. You over here crying about getting your thing cut in the zipper. I'm just saying, my thighs ain't never allowed me to
You
get
just
my
pee in
thing
your
caught in
lap.
the zipper.
You ain't gonna blame that on God.
I'm just saying, you ever seen a turtle dick?
Oh God.
But they got a big
No.
one.
Oh.
That's all I'm saying. It's in there.
Why you
It's in
watching
there.
the
It's in
turtles
there.
penis?
It's in there.
Have
It's
you,
in
have you
there.
ever been so
Well,
close?
since you want to go there, when
in
the
there.
last time you
Yeah.
seen yours?
Turtle dick.
It's in there. I got mirrors all
since
over
you
the
want-
house. I got mirrors all over the house. You got the
Weightball,
game messed up, man. I'm nasty.
Let me ask you this.
Weightball, they say every 10 pounds that you lose,
The last time you seen your own dick.
Let me ask you this.
Right.
Is there a difference?
so I don't know.
Let
Now.
me ask you this. Is there a difference?
That's speaking a lot. No, it's true. They say that.
Let me
What
ask
they
you.
say?
Every 10 or 15 pounds,
Did
Yeah,
you
yeah,
What they
you
say?
lose.
gains an inch.
Oh, the doctor tell you that every
what?
Yeah.
10 pounds you lose, you
10,
gain an
15
inch
pounds, something like
of
that.
penis,
You
she's
gain an
saying.
inch of penis.
So she basically
You
saying
gain or
that I
lose?
got 12 inches of potential
Somewhere.
penis
Yeah.
in this thing. Like, at least 12 inches of penis in here. Yeah.
It's just tough thunder.
And you believe that?
It's true.
Let me ask you this.
Every 10 pounds you gaining?
Yeah, they said that. The doctor tell you that.
Oh, you losing?
Yeah.
So you already at your highest potential. You ain't got no more. You ain't got no more.
Boy, you
She
down to
saying-
about 1
she
inch,
saying,
boy.
She's saying I got a foot long sub sitting up under all of this
Right.
right here. That
That ain't what she's saying.
What's
No,
happening? What's
she's saying
happening?
she see the potential in the real one. Now,
That
y'all
ain't
don't
what
rate
she's
my-
saying.
I'm
happening?
accept that. I'm accept that. Well,
That's
close
all right. You
enough.
close enough. You close
enough.
enough.
Bob, let me ask you this.
What's
Is there a difference
happening?
between a turtle and a whale?
Huh?
Is there a difference between a turtle and a whale? Did the whale have one and a turtle too, or just a turtle?
No matter how
So I'm
much
saying
weight
you
you
a turtle.
lose, your tongue don't get no longer.
Mike, you from Mississippi. Answer some of Bo's questions because we don't know what the hell they
No,
talking about.
I'm saying, if the whale the same way, he said a turtle got one head. Turtle got one head. Do a whale have one head?
The snake got 2 penises. Did you know that?
Two penis.
Yeah, snakes.
Maybe that's why they got different heads. I
Did
don't
you know that?
I didn't know that. Have you watched them that close, DC?
That's news to me.
No, I read. I read, man. Yeah, I read. Y'all pick up some books
Oh
and read
shit,
it.
you know what she talking about. The teacher's in the house. A man can get 1 inch of penis length for every 30 to 50 pounds that he lose.
I'm
So that was three times the ratio you said.
I'm thinking smoke some crack tonight.
Yeah. I wonder why my legs walking different. I
So I
lost
got
weight.
2
That was
inches of
interesting
potential, not
That was an
12.
interesting
I got about 2 to 3 inches.
I really wanted to talk about tonight. We got all
A
hung up.
VP choice.
But I wanted to talk about Kamala and the VP choice. Tim
Waltz.
Waltz and her denial of Shapiro, the Jewish boy.
I mean, we
Vice
started off with a little
President.
bit.
Man.
You know.
Yeah, we
Hold
started.
up, players. The denial of the Jewish boy and the contrast of her being married to a Jewish guy and the implications of that. And did y'all see Tim Waltz speak?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yes, yes.
What'd you think, Bo?
I like his enthusiasm.
Yeah.
I think he's intelligent. I think he make a good, he's young enough also.
Yeah.
And I think he'll make a good, candidate for her.
He's younger than Brad Pitt. A lot of people don't know that.
Who give a shit about
Who
Brad
gives a
Pitt?
damn shit about
Brad Pitt is a young. Everybody look at Brad Pitt as a young guy, but he's young. This guy's not that old.
Well,
He's
supposed to
younger
be-
than
Brad
George
Pitt supposed to be
Clooney.
good-looking or
He's
something.
Clooney too then.
Right.
All I'm
Who
saying,
cares?
if Waltz had smashed Angelina Jolie, he'd already had my vote. He'd
If
have
who?
already been president if he'd have been with Angelina.
Angelina Jolie.
That's who
I
Brad
used
Pitt
to
was
eat
with.
breakfast in Hollywood with her daddy every week. Ain't got nothing to do with nothing, but I do.
I wouldn't fuck her daddy. man.
John Voight say he don't like black people.
I wouldn't screw her either. But,
Voight said Voight kind of over with the Trump thing now.
John Voight, yeah. I used to eat breakfast with her father in Hollywood. We would walk this trail that all the actors walk in the Hollywood Hills. And then we would go to breakfast. And we never talked about business or nothing, just in general. John Voight is right. He's one of my favorite actors. My favorite actor of all time, Forrest Whitaker, but John Voight was one of my favorite.
Now you do
One of my
know,
favorite
DC.
actors.
You do know that since she picked him, she's leading in 5 out of the 8 polls.
Oh,
they
yeah.
got.
I did not know that, but I'm
Yeah.
like Weightball. I don't give too much credence to the polls because it depends on who you ask.
That's
I
true.
could do a poll, for example, in here. I could do a poll out there with the audience at Uptown, and I can tell you what the outcome would be.
Right.
So the polls it depends on who the hell you ask.
Yeah, but considering the fact that Biden was behind in those polls and the very polls now, it's put her in front.
There's,
I mean, you
they
gotta
have
give some credence to it,
but
yeah.
I wouldn't hang my hat on the polls,
You got
But
it.
I think this guy Tim Walz will help. I think she needed that. I think it would be a mistake if the Harris campaign continues down this black route. She's black. Just say she's a woman, man. Because if you turn this into a black-white thing, we're going to lose. Ain't but 12% black folk in the country. And less than that, I'm talking about in its totality, less than that of the registered voters. So you don't want to make it a black-white thing. I'm telling you, you're going to lose. And you can say she's a woman, and then, you got white women, black women, Indian women like J.D. Vance, Matthew, blah, 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 blah. But if you turn it into a black versus white thing, she's going to lose. I'm telling you, man.
I think they'll do it. I don't think we're the ones doing it because the ones that don't like on our
Trump
side call
tried
her
to
white.
bait her into bait him into
being
doing that.
Exactly.
Talking about, well, she's been an Indian. Well, what's the difference? What are you trying to say? Indian, black, whatever. She ain't white. But even if she was white, the point I'm saying they ought to emphasize, if they want to just emphasize something differentially,
It's first female
she's
president.
a woman.
Yeah, first woman president.
And that's what I think.
It's obvious she's
and
black.
I think that's what some of the white women are doing because in as much as the black women got together and they raised 1.5 million, you had 100 and some thousand white women get together and they raised 9 million.
In a night.
In a night. So to your point, DC, make it about, if you're gonna make it about anything, make it about the woman thing and not just the black woman thing.
Yeah.
Because they clearly showed us. We did 1.5.
Yeah.
And I think we had like 43 or 47,000 women. They did 9 million.
There's 40-something million black people in the United States of America.
I think.
If all the black folk voted for Kamala and all the white folk voted for Donald Trump, guess who the president would be?
It'd be Donald Trump, but I mean, she's got
You
a
don't
lot
want
of
to
energy.
turn into a black-white thing.
Yeah, but
All right, DC, now all the people who out here that's Trump humpers, how do y'all feel about your man, J.D. Vance, who he picked? How stupid was it for him to pick him, who's been talking bad about Donald Trump in the past, how he didn't like
he's
him?
an idiot. J.D. Vance.
And then he got, but for how stupid it is for Donald Trump to pick him, what made you think he picked him after he done spoke so badly about him out of all the people?
Okay,
what was
here's
his
my
reasoning behind
conspiracy
that?
theory about that. Donald Trump, by his own admission, picked J.D. Vance because his son liked J.D. Vance. No, this is true.
The one licked the butt.
So
licked
this
the
is what
windows?
I'm thinking.
The one licking the windows.
His son is thinking. His son is just like him. He's a selfish, self-righteous motherfucker.
Yeah.
His son is thinking, if J.D. Vance is the vice president, when Trump finishes, if he happened to win, his son, being J.D. Vance's friend, would be the next vice president and then eventually become the president of the United States.
But what do you think of our own
That's
governor,
chess.
I
though?
They
never
playing
thought
chess.
about it. That's
They
a long
playing
way.
chess.
That's a
They
long way.
playing chess.
Hold on a second.
It's
What do y'all
only
think of
8
our
years
own? What do you
away.
think of our own governor that kind of punked out? I mean, Trump called, said Atlanta is
Kim?
just. Yeah, I mean, he didn't even. Only thing he said was, "Don't talk about my family." But Trump came right out and said, "Man, you're doing a terrible job.
Right.
You can't run Atlanta.
Right.
All that.
Georgia.
And Kemp still
irony.
didn't come back at him. Well, I felt like the way he should have came back. I mean, so what do y'all think about that? We talking about J.D. Vance, but right here, our lead guy ain't vouching for us.
Trump has brainwashed him to just say anything. J.D. Vance talking about childless people should have less rights. Now, the racist person could say, well, why would, if the majority of America is white, which it is, why would non-white parents of non-white children have as much to say about schools as white children, which would eliminate him because he has no white children. Because his wife
is Indian.
is an Indian.
Yeah.
Wow.
So the irony of the shit
Yeah.
is just all over
I
the
just,
damn
when he
place.
came out and spoke, period, I'm like, what was he thinking? Who
he,
he
wa-
think
he wasn't
he
thinking.
trying to win nobody over? He was just spilling some.
He's ignorant,
One
man.
thing,
He's an idiot. I mean, he was a
after all the
staunch.
reports of what he said badly about Trump.
He was a never Trumpster.
never a Trump supporter.
Yeah.
Now, I will say, I just wanted to make a comment because I understand you consistently been saying that the president should not go with her blackness, right?
It
So-
should not be right.
Right,
Well,
right,
yeah,
right.
go ahead.
But
Go ahead.
what I will say is consistently across the board, like we as black people are the only people who don't understand the greatness in our blackness. The whole rest of the world worships everything black. They swear that everything we spit out, they eat it up like it's the best thing they ever seen. We the only people who don't embrace it. I'm
Okay.
telling you, Obama was voted
All right.
in based on his blackness.
No.
I'm just saying
Hold
she
it
gonna
right
be the
there.
same way.
Well, hold it right there. And I'm not knocking Barack. I got a personal tie to Barack Obama. If you look at all of the black people that are in the highest political positions in the United States, so don't tell me that shit about this not a racist country. If you don't have some kind of tie to white folk, they don't trust you. Barack Obama mama was white.
You gonna have a title
Hold
being
on,
black
hold
don't mean
on,
not
man.
being no white.
Hold on. Barack's mama was white. Clarence Thomas on the Supreme Court is married to a white woman. Johnson or Jackson, what's the sister on the Supreme Court's name?
She's married to a white guy.
She's
married to a white man.
white boy. So
That's the
there's a
black American
trust.
dream.
No. There's a trust that is instilled in people in America, which is a racist country, if you have some tie to the white race.
Is it trust, or they just want to make sure you got an interest of conflict?
Well, they are relieved of you being a pure
That's what I mean.
anti-white
Conflict,
person.
exactly.
If
So you
you've
saying-
got a white evident tie
Right.
to the white race.
Being
Because
pro-black
they're
is
already-
not being anti-white.
Well,
Okay,
it's
let me
not,
say
but-
let me say this. Elections are driven by the numbers. And if you think that 40 million black folk, I'm including children, the black population in America, 12% in so-called democracy. I know you got the electoral votes, but basically you're talking about popular vote. If you think that you can go out there and be blah, 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 black power, vote for me because I'm black, and win a democratic election, you crazy.
If you ain't been black power,
You're
then
crazy.
you don't have to be that. But I'm saying you
you can't be that
embrace
and
who,
win.
you can embrace who you are.
You can't be
but
that.
and
no
still
candidate-
come up. God made you who you are. If you, don't
can
believe
embrace
in that,
it,
you don't believe
but
in
if
God.
that is what you are promoting, if that's what you betting on, if you throwing that out there continuously as an issue, you're gonna fucking lose,
But
man.
no candidate on either side can do that. Like, now we know what Trump stands for, but there's no candidate, maybe before we were watching it, can come out white power. They can't now.
But that's
Now,
what he
you
doing.
know what
Trump
That's what he
does
doing.
it.
That's what I'm saying. Trump is saying, listen.
Trump does it,
In his-
and
in his own-
it makes more sense for him to do
He's
it
using
because
things
the
like
vast
America first,
majority
so
of
black folks can dance
America
around it.
So what
is
DC is
white,
saying,
man.
what DC is saying is, Mr. and Seeley couldn't run for
I
president.
like it when a nigga tells me what I'm saying.
Yeah, Mr. and Seeley couldn't run for office.
I thought he was saying that's why Jesse Jackson couldn't get
I'm
it.
just
Another
saying.
reason
I wouldn't
too.
have voted
If
for Jesse.
Kamala would have come out and say,
I
I'm
wouldn't
going to
have
be the
voted for
best
Jesse.
president for white America they ever seen.
I remember this,
Y'all
but I
ain't
was too
never
young to
seen a nigga do
That's
stuff
not-
for white
but-
people.
but-
like
Hold
y'all
it, I
ain't.
want
That's not
I
what
want
she's
Bo to
saying.
finish his point. We cut him off.
Yeah, he said two ethnic black people couldn't win office because it's going to be one-sided. They're going to be coming for the black vote.
Hell no.
And not the crossover vote.
Hell no.
If
Let
one
me
of
tell
them
you something else.
black and Mexican,
When
one
they
of
were
them black
talking
and white,
about
yeah, they
her
gonna win.
electing a vice president, that woman, I said, ain't no way in hell. She can't be that stupid.
No, you can't get a woman.
They wasn't going to win with a woman
'Cause we got
or
foreign
another
relations.
black person
We got
as
foreign
vice
relations.
president.
We gotta
It's
do
just
that.
Man, they had
common.
a transgender
It's just
hermaphrodite
common.
that was
It's
black.
just common damn
Hey,
sense.
Filipino.
You're not going to
Huh?
get the vote. You're not going to get the vote.
You're not going to get the vote.
The white women not going to vote for another
They're
black
not
man.
gonna vote for. And if you keep promoting this black shit,
So Danny
it's
Glover,
obvious she's black. You can
Right.
talk about that Indian shit. It's obvious she's
Look at-
identified as a black woman.
look at commercials
I'm telling
nowadays.
you, if you make it a black-white issue, she loses.
so
Right.
Danny Glover and Whoopi Goldberg can never, ever.
Ever. Never ever be president,
never
vice
win.
president.
They could never
even
win.
though the NAACP.
I vote Mr. 2028. I'm voting Mr.
I just said that. He said I was messing up. But anyway, he's right, though. Because if you see the commercials nowadays, they pushing more diverse
Oh man.
all
yeah.
day long.
It's black man, white
Gay.
woman, white man, black woman.
Yeah.
Even the other day, it's a commercial out now. Black man, he's sissy, and white man, he's both of them sissies.
Yeah. They put that right in your
Sorry
face.
about that, Ginger.
They put it right in the face. Yeah.
When I was young, my daddy used to call people, guys that were not, that were scared to fight, they were called sissies.
Yeah, you
So I don't
brought
think it's
some of them to the
appropriate
house.
Call a homosexual sissy, because
'Cause
I
they
know
be
some
ready to
homosexuals
fight.
that
They be ready to
hey,
fight.
they will kick your ass,
Right.
right?
Now we ain't talking about my ass.
That boy
'cause
tried out for NFL.
It's not no
That
sexual.
boy tried
that's
out.
gonna
Somebody
kick
called
my
him
ass
Michael
now.
Sam.
Somebody, Michael
Michael
Sam.
Sams.
Somebody called him punk in Hollywood. He beat the shit out of that boy.
Yeah. Michael Sams. Yeah, man.
Yeah, but you
DN.
know what I'm referring to when I say sissy.
I know, but I'm saying,
What would
I
you
agree with
prefer?
JJ.
What would you prefer that I
Homosexual.
call homosexual? And you think that is a more friendly word than sissy?
Yes, I do. All right. I
The-
guess
the-
if
the
you wanna say
homosexuals
gay, I
think
guess
so.
if you want to say gay, maybe
Yeah, gay.
gay or homosexual.
Why you
but
gotta
not
do
You,
sissy.
you know
what
what I
Frankie
want you to
said.
see one day? You know what I want you to see? This is what I want everybody to see. One day, we going to show it, man. We did an episode one time. We had a sissy.
Yeah.
No, listen to me. We had a sissy. We had transvestite.
Yep.
We had transgender. We had a gay guy. We had a transgender
Queer.
and a queer motherfucker.
Yeah.
Right.
And all of them in the studio at one time. And I'm tell you what blew me away, because I just assumed if you were in the LGBTQ community.
Which one blew you? Which one blew you?
This blew me away. Because I assumed if you were in the legitimate LGBTQ community, LGBTQ, I just assumed they were all on one page.
Exactly.
The sissy didn't like the transsexual. The transsexual didn't like transgender. The punk thought the sissy was ridiculous.
You confusing me. 'Cause I'm confused.
I want to know.
What's the sissy and what's the punk from the transgender stuff?
And the
I'm
gay.
telling you,
We're
man.
telling you, man.
They did not like each other, and they were laying out the differences
Between.
There was a cross dresser, and I swear I thought it was a girl till he said, "I'm a boy,"
Transgender.
and he didn't like the sis. So I asked the sissy about.
So you sissy mean regular gay white man?
That's
Just
what
regular
I'm
gay.
trying to
Why
figure
it
out what's
gotta
the
be
difference
white?
from a sissy.
No.
Talking about a regular gay man?
No,
And a
we had
gay.
one guy.
I'm
was
telling you
queer.
how they identified themselves.
Right, but what's the difference?
One
What's
guy
queer?
was-
That mean you
he
can
was
still
queer.
you can still date him if
He
he's
looked
queer.
like a boy but he would look like a boy, but he was a girl.
The
But he
sissy
wasn't.
wore a size 14 shoe.
Yeah. Yeah.
Move, man, so you can't
He said he used to be a football player.
But was it a high
He used to be a
heel?
football
Was
player.
it a high heel
It
or
was
not?
Converse.
Yeah, it was.
No, it was Converse. It was Converse.
Yeah.
The transsexual had on a dress.
Look like a woman.
Right.
The sissy thought the transsexual was ridiculous. I asked the sissy about becoming a transgender. He said, "Is
No,
she crazy?"
exactly. Nah.
Right.
I mean, it blew me away because all of them, they didn't like each other. They had problem with each other. The sissy thought the transsexual was ridiculous.
Right, to
The
change your body
transgen-
part.
And it never crossed my mind.
Yeah.
I just thought if you were LGBTQ, you
Y'all,
were
we
in
rocking
there.
together.
And
Yeah.
DC asked him, he said, what would make a man want to date someone that looks like a woman instead of getting a
Right.
real woman?
That was my main question.
That
That
was
was
the
the
main
panel
question.
discussion. My question was, if a man, this is what I understand about gay people, sissies, homosexuals, whatever you want to call them. If a man does not like women, does not like femininity, why would you want another man that acts like a woman, dresses like a woman, and is feminine? Same thing on the other side. If a woman does not like men,
But they go right out there and get
does
a
not like masculinity,
Go out there and
why
get a
would you want
hardest looking
another
stud.
woman who acts like a man, dresses like a man, looks like a man, butch or whatever?
So when you asked, they was like, what did they answer? They were like, fuck around and find out.
We're going to play it next week. Matter
I
of
can
fact,
see that being the
matter of fact, next week we'll bring it up. We'll
fuck
show you
around and
what
find
they
out.
see.
Next week, that's a good idea.
Next week.
If
Y'all
we can pull
tune
that
in.
out of the archives next
Right.
week,
We'll-
I'm gonna pull that up.
We'll show you.
All of those were friends of Mook Man.
Man brought them all in there.
And we're gonna pull that up and we're gonna watch it next week. And I'm gonna show y'all what I'm talking about. It
Right.
was really amazing, man. It was
Yeah,
shocking.
one of the best shows we ever did.
You've been listening to DisRace. I'm DC Curry.
And I'm Bo P, man.
I'm Sister JJ.
I'm Brian Harper.
Weightball in the building.
It's your man Bullhead. Assalamu alaikum.
Give her the mic.
Say,
Y'all like and subscribe,
Jay, our
people.
studio.
Like and subscribe,
Big
share.
shout out to Mike Eaton, Chris, Will. I'm glad I ain't Smith. And head of security, Richard Torrence. Brian, did you sign on?
Yeah, I just said I'm Brian Harper. Like and subscribe.
Roman Harper. That's Roman Harper's brother.
Congratulations, girlfriend, on the silver.
Boy, them black folks dominating that Olympic shit. Simone Biles, her gymnastics crew, all of them black.
Crushed it, man. Crushed it.
Ain't that something?
Yeah, Noah, hey, Noah, great job, man.
We had a black fencer that won fence for the first time. The
Yeah,
black girl
yeah,
from
fencing, yeah.
Harvard.
Yeah, which I
She
don't
won
want to
fencing.
understand that, but God bless you. Yeah, fighting with them swords and shit.
Yeah, I don't understand how they scored.
I don't understand it either, but God bless you.
Gabby Thomas on the 200.
Gabby
Love you,
Thomas.
girl.
Oh yeah.
And God bless Simone the monkey, boy, she. God bless you. We'll holler.